Hi, hi all. Welcome to all. In this class, we will know about the DNS installation. Before doing the DNS installation, just few points we will know about the what is DNS server. Basically, a DNS server is a quite similar to phone books and are crucial part of the internet. What DNS server do it is that they convert website name into the IP address so that machine can understand the query and load the request page of users, making it easier to and quicker for user to access them online. In simple terms, domain name system is a naming database that stores information about the domain and their corresponding IP address. It also translates human readable domain names into their corresponding IP address. IP version 4, IP version 6, which are not easy for humans to remember and type out. When someone types the domain name, example, google.com, in the browser, it sends a request to the DNS server for its corresponding IP address, usually an IP version 4 address. The DNS server that checks its database for the request domain name finds it and return the corresponding IP address back to the browser, which then uses this information to connect to the website. A DNS server is a type of name server that responds to query from other computers, such as web browser, email client, organized in a hierarchical naming system for computer systems, services, or any resources connected to the internet or private network. It associated various information with domain name assigned to each of the participating the entities. Before going detail on the DNS server, we'll install the DNS server. How to install the DNS server? So click on manage, add roles and features, click on next, 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 and select the DNS server here. Click on add features and next, 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 install. So it will take few minutes time uh, installing the DNS server. So while installing, we will know the DNS resolution process. User types in his query a domain name into a browser. Example www.google.com or whatever example.com. The browser forwards recursive DNS query or message to the network to discover the corresponding IP address. The query is then passed the recursive DNS server managed by ISP. Once the recursive DNS server receives the address, it looks for the page and loads into the user. In case of recursive DNS server fails to find the right address to the user query, it will query other server. Firstly, it will check with DNS root name server, then top level domain. It's called as TLD name server, and finally authoritative name servers. These servers work together and redirect until they retrieve a DNS record contain the right answer for the request query. The recursive server also cache the information in the future. What it does, it makes sure the next time a similar request occurs, it will respond directly rather than querying with a series of other servers. In case of authoritative name servers also fail to find the information, an error message is returned to the user. The domain name server performs this entire process in the fraction of seconds. Consistently, the DNS protocol is a set of rules for queries and updating these servers, which define how the internet domain name system works. So in this installation, the DNS server is completed. Now configuring the DNS. So here we can find the DNS server, or we can, by using typing DNS, we can see the DNS here. Type DNS and open the DNS server. Now this is the server name. Here we can see for forward lookup zone and reverse lookup zone. So we need to create a forward lookup zone. Right click, new zone. Next, our DNS server is a first server. So the primary zone we are giving here, the DNS server name is TES techinfo.com. Next, next. This we can change later also. Dynamic updates or do not allow dynamic updates. Finish. Before doing the reverse lookup zone, we have to know the what is the IP address of the server. Two ways of checking the IP address: by going the internet settings, adapter options, right click. As I told you in our introduction way, the DNS server will going to identify the two versions of IP address, IP version 4 and the IP version of 6. The IP version we are not using, IP version 4. IP version 4 IP address is 192.168.29.100. So here we are giving 192.168.29. New zone, primary DNS, IP version 4, 192.168.29. Finish, finish. So we are done with the DNS configuration, forward lookup zone and reverse lookup zone. In the next class, we will know the SRV records and the Active Directory installation. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe for more videos. Thank you.